Nam Vande Jagadgurum. Last week I could not record the session. Therefore, some people who did not attend the last session might have missed 3 or 4 shlokas. I think 3 shlokas. So we will start the session with a brief explanation of the shlokas that we covered in the last session. Shloka 29 and 30, and also 31 half. We will chant those shlokas. Apane juhvati pranam prane panam tatha pare pranapanagati ruddhva pranayama parayanaha. Yeah. Bhagavan is enumerating various spiritual disciplines, various sadhanas, and all the sadhanas are figuratively depicted as yajna. By comparing one of the components into fire to fire and another component to the offering. This is another sadhana called pranayama. Pranayama is equated to yajna. Pranayama involves regulation of inhalation and exhalation. Exhalation is the function of prana and inhalation is the function of apana. In this process, there is a rechaka and puraka. In puraka, you inhale. It is puraka. Puraka means inhaling and filling our chest and abdomen, filling our lungs with air. It is called puraka, a regulated inhalation. During inhalation, during puraka, the prana is made inactive. whereas apana is active because inhalation is the function of apana. Therefore, Krishna describes it as offering of prana into apana because you are activating apana at the cost of prana. For a while, apana alone is kept active and prana is not allowed. Only inhalation is happening. Exhalation is not allowed. Therefore, it is offering of prana into apana. Another one is rechaka, breathing out, exhalation. In a regulated exhalation, apana is kept inactive and prana is made active. Therefore, rechaka is described as offering of apana into prana. Therefore, pranayama involves two parts of two types of offerings into two different fires, Rechaka and Puraka. And we should understand Kumbhaka also. Kumbhaka means retention of breath for a length of time. Some people are committed to pranayama. It is also a sadhana. It contributes to chitta shuddhi. Therefore, Bhagavan mentions pranayama also as a yajna. Apare, tatha apare, some other people, some sadhakas, pranapana gatiruddhva pranayama parayana. Pranayama parayana, they are committed to pranayama. They do pranayama for a substantial length of time. Pranapana gatiruddhva, they restrain the natural movement of prana as well as apana respectively. Apane pranam juhvati. When they perform puraka, they offer prana into apana. Tatha, and when they perform rechaka, they offer apana into prana. Prane apanam juhvati. This is pranayama yajna. Another yajna we will chant next sloka, sloka 29. Apare niyataharaha प्राणान् प्राणेषु जुह्वति सर्वेप्येते यज्ञविदः Yajñakshapitakalmashaha. Apare, this is Shloka 30. I think I said 29, but it is 30. Previous one was 29. Apare, some other people, some other sadhakas. The word apare with almost every yajna indicates that everyone need not do all the yajnas. The yajnas are not one size fit all. What kind of yajna one should do is dependent on various aspects, various factors. It depends on one's inclination, one's ability, and so on. Apare, some other people, they do they do niyatahara yajna, regulation of food. The previous people regulate breath, whereas these people regulate food. Niyataharaha, they regulate their food. They do fasting, intermittent fasting. Pranan praneshu juhvati. By means of fasting, they offer the pranas into the prana. The first pranan refers to indriyas. Second prana refers to the regular prana, prana, apana, etc. According to Madhusudana Saraswati. Fasting, restriction of food, calms down the function of the pranas. The metabolic activity gets regulated, gets harmonized. With the harmonization of metabolic activities, all the five pranas are brought into harmony. They function in a peaceful way. When the pranas are harmonized, even the indriyas, jnanendriyani, karmendriyani, as well as manas, the mind, all of them become peaceful. That is the technique. That is a technique of quietening our senses and mind. And Krishna refers to it as a yajna. In this yajna, The prana is harmonized first. Prana is quietened down first. Quietening of the prana leads to quietening of the senses. Therefore, as though the indriyas are offered to the pranas, therefore the prana, the five pranas are figuratively referred to as fire, and the indriyas are the offering. Then Shloka 31, sorry, the second half of the shloka. Sarvepyete yajnavidaha. All these people are experts in their own yajna. Bhagavan mentioned various yajnas, and they are performed by various people. Some are committed to pranayama, some are committed to fasting, some are committed to chanting, and so on and so on. Bhagavan glorifies them. All of them are doing good thing because they know what should be done, and they are experts in what they are doing. They have mastered their chosen sadhana. Sarve api ete yajnavidaha. Ete sarve api. All these people, yajnavidaha, they know their yajna. They are experts in their own respective form of sadhana. Therefore, they get the result of their yajna. What is the result of the yajna? Purification of mind. Yajna kshapita kalmashaha. Their kalmasha, impurities, are destroyed by means of yajna. They get chitta shuddhi. Their mind becomes pure because of the yajna they perform. Therefore, they are not wasting their time. Yajna is a good investment of time. Any yajna, it may be japa or puja. Someone is doing japa, and some people think they are wasting their time. It is not a wastage. It is a very fruitful way of spending one's time. Krishna glorifies such people who prioritize yajna, who prioritize any form of spiritual practice and spend some time doing their spiritual practice. Yajna kshapita kalmashaha. Shloka 31. यज्ञशिष्टामृतभुजः यान्ति ब्रह्म सनातनम् नायं लोकोऽस्त्ययज्ञस्य कुतोऽन्यः कुरु सत्तम. यज्ञशिष्टाशिनः सन्तः यज्ञशिष्टामृतभुजः. In chapter 3, there is a line, Yajnashishtashinas santaha muchyante sarvakilbishaihi. To understand this line, one can refer to that line. How to perform a yajna? Yajna should be one's priority. A prominent part of one's resources, whether money or time, a prominent part of it is spent for yajna, and the remaining part is used for making our living. All the other activities. Such people, they are living on yajna shishta. Yajna shishta is what is left after performing the yajna. The Shastra says one should not eat, one should not cook for oneself. Natmartham pachayedannam. One should not cook for oneself. When the food is cooked in a house, it is first offered to the devatas. Then it is offered to the atithis. Atithi devo bhava. The needy people or any visitor, it is offered to them. And then the remaining portion is partaken. It is a sanctified portion because you have already offered to the devatas. You have already offered it to atithi. The remaining portion becomes very pure because it has a spiritual quality. When we offer a portion to, when we offer a prominent portion to the devatas, when a prominent portion is used for yajna, it has a, it has an addition of spiritual quality. The food becomes a means of purification. It is prasada. When we eat any laddu bought from the shop, it can just give us enjoyment. It will satisfy our taste buds to some extent. But a similar laddu, when it is brought from Tirupati, Balaji's laddu, it has a special value. It has a spiritual value. You may eat a little bit of it, you feel blessed because the very same laddu, when it is offered to Ishvara, when it is offered to Paramatma, and then accepted, it has a purifying effect. Therefore, Yajnashishtashinas Santaha, Yajnashishtamrita Bhujaha, people who enjoy the remaining of the yajna, Sarvakilvishaihi Muchan, sorry, they become free from all the impurities. In chapter 3, Muchante Sarvakilvishaihi, they become free from all impurities. They get Chitta Shuddhi and then they become Jnanis in due course of time. They get Atma Jnana and then Sanatanam Brahmayanti. They attain the eternal Brahman. Eternal Brahman means moksha. In due course of time, they get moksha. Therefore, all the yajnas are stepping stones to moksha. They purify, they cleanse the mind, and prepare the sadhaka for moksha, for jnana. Therefore, performance of yajna is a very important part of our life, the spiritual journey. After explaining the importance of yajna, Bhagavan is criticizing the people who don't perform any yajna. If one does not perform any yajna, he is a great loser. Why he is a loser? Because he does not get moksha. Without yajna, one does not march towards moksha. If one does not make any progress in the direction of moksha, it is a waste of life. Human life is a great privilege. One can pursue moksha only in human life. It is a precious gift from God. Without performing any yajna, without performing any sadhana, one ends up wasting the human life. Then someone asks, I don't want moksha. Then what do you want? I want to go to some higher loka, paraloka, swarga. I want a better life hereafter. Then Krishna says, without performing yajna, you will not even get that, because to have a better life hereafter, to have a better life after death, you need punya. Where will you get punya from? You have to do yajna. Therefore, if you want a better life hereafter, even then you should perform yajna. Then he says, I don't want a better life. I want to be reborn as a human being once again. I don't want to go to Swarga, etc. I just want to be reborn as a human being in this loka only. Then Krishna says, even that is doubtful. Because without performing yajna, you are not earning any punya. Without punya, even human life is not possible. Even getting a human life requires some amount of punya. In addition to that, when you are not involved in a yajna, your mind will tempt you to do papa. Already we are doing so many papas, inevitable papa, like killing a mosquito. When you don't perform yajna, the mind does not remain quiet. Yajna is a good way of quietening the mind and making the mind sattvika. When we don't perform yajna, the mind becomes more turbulent and it tempts us to do papa, tempts us to compromise with the values, and we end up accumulating papa. Therefore, without performing yajna, one keeps accumulating papa. And papa will also bring us adhogatihi. One may have to go downwards in the ladder. Dog janma, cat janma. Therefore, Bhagavan criticizes a person who is not committed to any yajna. Ayajnasya, one who does not have any yajna. Ayam lokaha api nasti. He does not get even this world. No guarantee that he will be born as a human being once again. Because he does not earn even that much punya. Anyaha kutaha. How can he get other loka? How can he get swarga? When this loka itself is doubtful, going to swarga is not possible. No chance of going to swarga. He Purusattama. Bhagavan is addressing Arjuna. Kuru Sattama means Kurunam Shresthaha. Arjuna is one of the greatest descendants of Kuru. Kuru is the whole family. Arjuna is greatest among Kurus. Shloka 32. Evam bahuvidha yajnaha vitata brahmano mukhe कर्मजान् विद्धितान् सर्वान् एवं ज्ञात्वा विमोक्ष्यसे. So all these yajnas are revealed by the Veda. There are many types of yajnas revealed in the Veda. Any spiritual sadhana gains its validity if it is revealed by the Veda. Anything that people do cannot be a spiritual practice. How to know whether something is a valid spiritual practice or not? To be a valid spiritual practice, it should be revealed by the Veda. Because Veda is the pramana, the proper source of knowledge. Evam, in this manner, some yajnas are enumerated in this chapter. All yajnas are not mentioned. Bhagavan has given only some samples. There are bahuvidhaha yajnaha. There are various types of yajnas, varieties of yajnas. Brahmano mukhe vitataha. All the yajnas are elaborated, revealed in great detail. Vitataha means expanded, elaborated, revealed with great detail by the Veda. Brahmano mukhe. Veda is the mouthpiece of Brahman. Brahman is Ishvara. We cannot hear Ishvara directly. Then how to know what Ishvara wants to say? We have to look into the Vedas. Vedas are Ishvara Ajna. They are the teachings of Paramatma himself. Brahmanaha Mukhe. Bhagavan describes Veda as the mouth of Brahman. Vedas have come from Paramatma himself. Therefore, Vedas are Pramana. They are the valid means of knowledge. Therefore, any yajna, any spiritual discipline revealed by the Veda is efficacious. It will effectively give rise to Chitta Shuddhi, leads to spiritual unfoldment. In Sloka 31, Bhagavan said, Yajnashishtamritabhujo yanti brahma sanatanam. By performing yajna, one gets moksha. No, will the yajna lead to moksha directly? Just perform any yajna and it will all of a sudden generate moksha. Is it so? Bhagavan says we have to supply something in between. There is an intermediate state, and that is jnana. Without jnana, one cannot get moksha. Therefore, Sloka 31 should be read with the second line of Shloka 32. Shloka 31 says, Yajna leads to moksha, whereas Shloka 32 explains when one gets moksha. Jnatva vimokshase. One gets moksha when there is jnana. And he describes jnana in relation to yajna. Karmajan vidhitan sarvan. A jnani understands that all yajnas are born of karma. Born of karma means born of the activities, physical, verbal, and mental activities. An ajnani identifies himself with the physical, verbal, and mental activities. Therefore, he says, I am performing yajna. He takes credit. I am the doer. But a jnani does not identify. Guna guneshu vartante. The body, mind, senses, they are functioning. And their function constitutes the yajna. Every yajna is an effect of the functioning of body, mind, senses. I am not the performer of yajna. Yajna is not born out of me. It is born out of body, mind, senses. Karmajan vidhitan sarvan. Tan sarvan yajnan. All those yajnas. Karmajan vidhi. Understand that they are born of karma, the physical, verbal, and mental activities. You are not the performer. This understanding is jnana. A yajna has to culminate in this understanding. Evam jnatva vimokshase. With this understanding, I am not the doer and I am not the enjoyer. With this understanding, vimokshase, you become free. You become free from samsara. Shloka 33. Shreyan dravyamayadyajnat jnanayajnah parantapa sarvam karmakhilam partha jnane parisamapyate. The main point of this section is glorification of jnana, conveying the greatness of jnana. Bhagavan depicted jnana also as a yajna, and it is listed with many other yajnas. We have a list of yajnas. Among them, jnana is also one yajna. All the yajnas are participating in a race, marathon race. Which yajna wins the gold medal? Jnana wins the gold medal. All other yajnas lag behind. Among all these yajnas, jnana is the greatest. He Parantapa, Arjuna. Arjuna is called Parantapa. Parantapayati iti Parantapaha. Arjuna scorches his enemies. His very presence in the battlefield scorches the enemies. The enemy cannot even come in front of him, in front of his brilliance, in front of his valor. The enemy cannot stand. Therefore, he is called Parantapaha. Parantapayati. Dravyamayad jnanayajnah shreyan. Dravyamayad yajnat. Among the list of yajna, there was a dravya yajna. A yajna which involves offering material wealth is called dravya yajna. Madhusudana Saraswati says that dravyamaya yajna stands for all other yajnas. All the other yajnas enumerated in this section, as well as mentioned elsewhere, they are all in the form of activities, physical, verbal, or mental activities. Compared to all those yajnas, jnana yajna shreyan. Jnana yajna is superior. Jnana yajna excels in comparison to other yajnas. Why? It is explained in the second line. Sarvam karmakhilam partha jnani parisamapyate. He Partha, O son of Kunti, all karmas, all other yajnas are karma. Sarvam karma, all karma, akhilam, without any exception, jnane parisamapyate, culminates in jnana. Jnana is the fulfillment of all karmas. Jnana is the fulfillment of all other sadhanas. Any other sadhana does not lead to moksha directly. All the other sadhanas are mere preparation to jnana. They are meant for jnana. Without jnana, any amount of sadhana is meaningless. A sadhana becomes meaningful when it culminates in jnana, when it leads to jnana. And once there is jnana, all the other sadhanas become redundant. You no longer require another sadhana because it has served its purpose. Therefore, jnana is the fulfillment of all karmas, all other sadhanas. Jnane parisamapyate. Therefore, jnana is the greatest yajna. Therefore, it is worth making effort for jnana. How to make effort for jnana? How to get jnana? Bhagavan will explain in the following shlokas. Jnana prapti upaya, the means to attain jnana, the means to attain self-knowledge, is explained in the following few shlokas. We will see them in the next session. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti